Plastics as we know them are relatively new, and research and development into new plastics is ongoing. The raw material for many plastics is oil. Oil is a non-renewable source, so recycling is important. Synthetic or man-made plastics are made from crude oil, coal, or natural gas. There are natural sources which include plants from which cellulose is extracted, trees from which latex, amber and resin can be extracted, animals from which horn and milk are used to make glues, and insects from which shellac is used to make polish. There are two main sorts of plastics: thermoplastics, which are moulded by heating and if reheated can be remoulded, and thermosetting plastics, which once moulded can't be remoulded. Plastic's ability to mould into complex shapes allows designers to develop innovative and futuristic products.
Some of the chemicals in oil can be linked together to make plastics through the process of polymerization. Different chemicals can then be added to the polymer to change its properties. Plasticizers help the plastic flow better when it's melted and to make it less brittle. Fillers such as limestone or sawdust are added to make the plastic stronger, harder or more rigid. Finally, blowing agents turn plastic into foam, for example, expanded polystyrene, making it much lighter and a better insulator. Plastics, as with woods and metals, come in a range of shapes and sizes. Films and rolls of plastics are good for vacuum forming and packaging, from foodstuffs to glass in windows. Plastics can come as a foam, which is used for protective packaging and is good for making models and mock-ups of your design ideas. In workshops, you will have seen sheets and tubes of coloured plastic that can be cut to size and bent to make your designs. Granules are another form you can get plastic in. The granules are used by manufacturers, melting them down to be used in injection moulding and extrusion.
Unlike wood, plastics don't need a surface finish as they are very resistant to corrosion and decay. If you wanted to give a nicer appearance, you could use wet and dry paper, silicon carbide paper, or a buffing machine to remove any scratches from the plastic. Synthetic plastics are the most common form of plastics used. They are made from carbon-based materials such as coal, oil and gas by polymerization. Polymerization is the process of creating a synthetic plastic that contains long chains of molecules called polymers. Thermoplastics are recyclable and bendy, but they don't resist heat well. So when recycled, they are ground down, melted and reused. Common thermoplastics and their typical uses include high-density polythene, HDPE, for washing up bowls, high-impact polystyrene, HIPS, for CD cases, nylon and polyesters such as polyethylene terephthalate, PET, in clothing, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, for vinyl records and window frames, and acrylic used in motorcycle helmet visors. Most thermoplastics are available in sheets and granules for injection moulding.
Thermosetting plastics are non-recyclable, as once the chemical change has occurred to make the plastic rigid, it cannot be reversed, making it heat and fire resistant. These are then good for electrical fittings and pan handles. Examples are epoxy resin used in circuit boards, urea formaldehyde for plug sockets, melamine formaldehyde, which is scratch-proof, so ideal for plates and bowls. Thermosetting plastics are most commonly found in resin or powder form. Thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics can be reinforced by the addition of fibres such as glass or carbon fibre. For example, glass-reinforced plastic, GRP, is a plastic that is mixed with glass strands to make it very strong and is used in aircraft and racing car bodies.